Hello and welcome to Snask and Creative Mornings, and good morning everyone.
Hello, my name is Magnus, this is...
My name is Freddy, and this is MC Silver Spoon Rabbit. Very good.
We're so glad that we have drums here today, because Eric plays in 4 different bands and we weren't really... It's a surprise to us too.
He lost the bet, that's all. We can start to say that we are a design, branding and film agency situated in the heart of Stockholm, and we're here to present our beliefs in how to be a creative entrepreneur.
Yeah, we're not going to show you that many projects that we do. We're going to talk about like basically how everything started and then where we are today.
Yes. This is some of our clients. Everyone starts with bragging, so do we. We're like everyone else.
Yeah, we love to brag about our clients, so if you want to talk to us later, please feel free to come by.
So we work with all different kinds of big global rich companies.
Yeah, and this is one of our latest projects. Like Freddie was talking about, we do design and branding. At the moment we work together with the Swedish Handicrafts Association. They have about 17,000 members, and everything they do by hand. So we figured why not use it, so we created the visual identity by hand, basically. Yeah, and this is us preparing for the photo shoot. We're about 8 different creative people at the office.
What is it on the left, Magnus? Is it a GIF?
It's a GIF animation created by Jens Nilsson at the office, a lead designer that loves GIFs. We think they are cool sometimes.
Yeah.
But not sure since no one is laughing.
Okay, we're done. So the right one is the final result, and the left one was the process. This is a cool image, so to make you think that we were cool. And this is actually our film part, the film agency, Snask Film.
Yes, you have Daniel on the ground, Oscar in front of the camera, and Sohail up in there somewhere trying to prepare for the production.
Yes, and to show off and make you think that we're even better than we are, we're going to show you a showreel from this. So this is the Snask Film showreel.
So that's Snask film. But we're not here to talk so much more about them. We're here to talk about something that we came up with like a year back in time, that we believe when we are building Snask that it's important to make enemies.
Yes, and that's what, because we don't want you to go home now, everyone, and make enemies. That's what we're saying. But we don't want you to be afraid of making enemies. And it's important, if you're a brand, if you're a person, if you're anyone, you should stand up for who you are and your values, and don't be afraid to say it.
Don't leave us today walking out on the streets of Stockholm starting a riot. But remember, I mean, if you have fans, you have enemies. And try and build as many fans as possible.
Yeah. And a genius, a guy called Tibor Kalman, he made a really cool magazine called Colors, about once upon a time. He said, when you make something no one hates, no one loves it. And that's what we stand for and live by. This is a guy with a big crotch. His name is...
Yeah.
His name is Usain Bolt.
Because we were talking about this yesterday when we were rehearsing for this show. And I was asking Freddie, why the hell did you choose this picture?
Yeah, and it's actually, he's lying now, so because he shows the pictures.
No, Frederik actually
But anyway,
did.
This is the fastest man on earth, and he didn't decide to become good at jumping long or jumping high or anything else. He wanted to be the fastest man on earth, so he niched himself, he trained in one thing, and he became the best in the world. And he's breaking records as we speak, I think. This is a woman with a crotch, and her name is Marit Björgen, and she's the best skier in the world. And she did not want to become a snowboarder or anything else. She became the best skier in the world, and she's also breaking records. So why am I talking about this? Because this is a guy, his name is Henrik Dagård, and he's a nice guy, I don't want to say anything else. But he decided to do 10 different fields, and he didn't want to become best at anything. He's just good at doing 10 things at the same time. And we can easily translate this in our business to create full-service agencies. So I hope no one here says that you're a full-service agency, because it means that you're probably shit at most of in every field, and you're not going to be groundbreaking in any of them. So you have to niche yourself, and you don't want to be a full-service agency 2012.
No, and to all international viewers out there, remember, Google him, you will understand who he is.
Yeah, but he's good. He's fit.
Yeah, and we try to live by that. Yes is something that we say more than we say no. And
didn't you?
Yeah, when we started up the company, I was scared shitless, and I said no. But Freddie kept convincing me, say yes for fuck's sake. So he bought me an iPod, and on the back of it he engraved, all my life I've had so much more fun.
All my life I had more fun
saying yes than no.
Exactly.
Yeah. And
still don't know it.
Yeah, Freddie, please don't embarrass me. This is national. It's fucking global.
It's
okay,
global.
Skip to the next slide.
All right. Well, the next slide is also about saying yes, and we were invited to DJ in Belgrade, down in Balkan, old Yugoslavia, and we got a spot on MTV, and it was going to air for 15 million people. And in that area of Europe, they're not overly happy with
they're not exactly
minorities.
gay-friendly.
No, we're not gay, but they're not gay-friendly.
Yeah, we
anyway.
are pink, and sometimes people tend to believe so, but I promise you we're not.
But anyway, we as Snask Film, who are our college and friends, and we love them. So we asked them, could you make us look good on the MTV commercial when we're going to be DJing? They were like, yeah, sure. We put oil on you, and you shoot things from your tits. So basically, this is what aired on MTV in Balkan.
Loud and Queer predstavlja Švedski sto. Snask pravi Švedske. NG Rocks i PTŽC iz Beograda. Klub Havana. 2. april od 23 sata.
So if you're in Belgrade, Club Havana is a place to go, but they have loads of police outside.
Yeah.
And people did recognize us, didn't they?
They did. We got free entrance to most of the clubs, which is unusual to us because we are quite like geeky. But another time that when we said yes was like last summer. We had the opportunity to like host an event at the Baser here in Stockholm, like the equivalent to CBGB's in New York, but Stockholm's version. And we said, yeah, why not? Let's go for it. So we formed a club called Snask Off. Hopefully all you guys visited last summer, and we're gonna have it this summer too.
Yes, and Normally when you're doing a club night at the base of Slussen, you get like a budget of maybe 150 euros for the whole summer, which sounds a bit cheap. No offense to the baser, but we wanted to take the opportunity to do something special, so we put in 5,000 euros of our own money to print it up like this, and it's basically gold. It's not real gold, but almost. It shines, and we decided to put the king in the middle of the O. And that's because at this time the king it became known to the public that he liked young women, and he called them his coffee girls, which is not.
And when Freddie wanted to put the king inside of the O, Jens at the office basically wanted to start
a fight.
A fight.
Because he thinks that the king is from north.
Yeah, and he's like a typographical geek, so he thinks that we're destroying his composition.
Well, anyway, the king said at this time that it's nice to look at something nice. So we decided that he wasn't allowed to watch our poster, so we put him inside the poster, so he couldn't watch our poster.
And I bet you've kind of noticed already that peeing on yourself is something that is extremely important to us. Staying down to earth is something that we try to live our lives accordingly to.
And it's really good if you're a brand and if you're a person. If you don't have self-distance, then you're basically a fuck up or a.
Yeah, it's like the best conversation starter wherever, talking about all the failures in life.
Basically, you're a precautious bastard or douchebag if you don't have any self-distance.
It's not 2007.
And this is about social skill, basically. You have to be nice to people. People in Sweden especially think that a smile costs so much energy, and they don't think about getting a smile back. This sounds very cliche, but it is. But there's a point.
Yes, now the point.
Yeah. So we went down to Malmö Festival for it's a Scandinavia's largest city festival, and we went down there for maybe 6 years ago in a pink and yellow caravan with a dear friend, and we exhibited art. And we talked to the woman who was the boss of the area we were in.
And basically we had nothing better to do that night, and she was extremely kind to us, so we figured why not drink a bottle of red wine together.
Yeah, so we drank red wine, and one bottle became 3, and then we had a really nice time, and then 2 years later, after that, we didn't hear from each other. Yeah, we
were sitting at the office, the telephone rang. I think Freddie picked it up and he was like, "Hey, Karin Karlsson, so amazing to hear from you." And what happened?
Well, okay, yeah, I said that. And,
he did.
I did.
It's just shy.
And she said basically, "Hello guys, is it Snask? Because I'm now the boss of the whole fucking festival, and I would like you to come and pitch to be our agency, basically." And so we did, and now we worked with them for 3 years, and this is the 4th year we're working with them.
Yeah, so one of our biggest clients, huge festival for all people living down south in Stockholm. You have no fucking idea what kind of festival we're talking about. But you can see it's the main square, band of horses, basement jacks, 50,000 people every night.
It's big. We don't want you to go home and drink red wine. That's not the point. The point is being nice.
Yes, but red wine is great.
Yeah. Now this is your.
Yeah, this is my slide. Freddie wanted it to say, "Be bold," and I've said it. I've heard it before. It's quite boring, and so I figured balls. Show them. That's what it's all about. Have courage, for fuck's sake. This basically what we are trying to say with this is that life is about ambition, basically. Going for it, full out.
And taking risks, basically.
Like this idiot at the picture. And I can see Marek here sitting from Mobiento, great agency. We recently did their profile, knowing what we're talking about.
Yes. And it's all about the risk. In Snask, our name is basically the risk, since it means candy, filth, and gossip in Swedish. And Magnus' mother wasn't that happy when we chose that name back in the days.
No, but she's probably sorry, Mom, but you are very scared of many things here in life. And so I sat down and I told her, I'm going to start a company together with 2 other people. We're going to be called Snask. She was like, Snask? What the hell are you thinking? Seriously, what the fuck?
Sounds childish.
Your surname, remember your old granddad, Berg.
Öst.
Berg Öst.
Every boring company is named Forsman or Bodenfors or something really fucking boring. So we didn't want to have that, and it's really long. So we decided to be...
For us, short, memorable is extremely important. And we want it to be a bit of rock and roll. And that it also means like filth, gossip and candy. It's like 3 amazing contrasts in one.
It's basically in life, when you're 1 to 12, all you want is fucking candy. If I tell you to jump out here, you're 12, you do it and you get candy. If I tell you now that you get filth, then you will jump. And soon gossip will come into your life as well. So that's what we're talking about. Pink lies.
Pink lies, white lies. At Snask we talk about pink lies. Fake it till you make it.
Lie if you have to. Lies are usually very funny if you know how to handle them. White lies are always boring. Pink lies are always perfect because you can always use them.
For whatever situation we end up in, basically.
Pink lies is basically when you boost yourself and someone asks you what did you do last night and you just sat at home watched a movie. You were like, yeah, I saw this fucking great movie and I was gonna call this awesome person I knew but he didn't show up. But basically you boosting yourself in for no reason at all.
Yeah, you spice up the conversation a bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically.
Add some spice.
So at Snask we have this bloke, he's called George Michael, you've seen him before. He's been working at Snask since 1983 as our recruitment officer.
So he handles interns and every question which is kind of questionable. Because he is totally shameless and he deals with all the inquiries and me, Magnus, doesn't want to reply to.
Yeah, kind of nice to have an alter ego.
Yes.
Yeah. So at one point George Michael received this email from a little guy called Richard.
Yeah, he was supposed to intern at our place. And from England.
And George Michael loved what he was seeing.
Yeah, and George Michael went to the Caribbean when exactly the day he came, so he never got to meet him. But before he went to Caribbean, he gave him an assignment that you have to make the best fucking stop motion ever. That's your assignment, being at Snask. And Richard did it, and he also afterwards, 3 months
this
afterwards.
is the fun bit.
3 months afterwards. 3 months afterwards, he talks to one of the other interns and he asks him, how long hasn't George Michael been in the Caribbean? And he has never been in the Caribbean because he doesn't even fucking exist. But Richard thought that he existed in the Caribbean. This is the film he made, Richard, with a boost from George Michael. And it's for City of Malmö and City Tunnel. And it's a stop motion. Yeah, that's it. So give an applause for Richard. He couldn't be here today. He's home working on another stop motion, isn't it?
Yeah, he's at the office working on a top secret project.
Good.
Actually true.
Sounds cool as well. Luck is nothing that exists as Snask. It might exist for some people, but we live by the rule that luck is basically ambition. You have to have ambition. If you don't have ambition, luck won't come either. And by trying the impossible,
one should always reach the highest grade of the possible. Said by August Strindberg long time ago. It says 1945, but obviously the idiot that put this together knows nothing about life.
And this is also about ambition, and it's basically Jens, our lead designer, was really grumpy one day because we wanted to have our new fucking webpage up. Sorry for swearing a lot. I'm from Sweden. I don't understand what it means. Snask.com. We wanted you to go home and like Snask.com. What a great fucking agency. We want to go up on the webpage now. We wanted to have it ready for you.
Release date today.
Yeah, exactly. But Jens got really grumpy then. He's like, no, you don't have any patience. We need to have quality,
You have
which
no
is
sense
good.
of quality, guys. This takes time.
So
and
he
we've
went
been
up-
spending like months putting this shit together. We're like millimeters away from like finishing it.
Yeah, but it's not finished now. It's finished in a week, so he won. But basically, we want to say
Prove a
something
point.
anyway. Yeah, and he went up to put up this ridiculous note where he wrote patience and no patience. And where are you, Magnus?
I'm Mr. No Patient down here.
And this is Jens, and this is Mr. Rabbit, and this is me. So apparently, me and Magnus have no patience, and
Yeah, and that shit annoyed me, and so I called Frederik, as friends do, and I asked him, Frederik, is Jens right?
And I said, of course it's not. Well, in a way, but we would see it this way. Either you're a brake pedal, or you are a fucking hot Ferrari motorcycle goes speeding in 300 kilometers an hour.
And it's us
in
to the left,
James Dean's
to the
red rally
right,
jacket.
of course. We are the red ones.
Yeah, we're the red ones.
Yeah,
and
but the most important thing is that a company like ours is nothing without like having brake pedals and having super hot red shiny motorcycles.
Yeah, because Jens and Mr. Rabbit said later, well, what if you crash? So, yeah, okay, so we need a brake sometimes, not to crash.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, Frederik, we've come to the end.
Oh, sorry. We come to the end. This is the last thing we're going to show. Before that, we can say that we're going to release a book this fall called Make Enemies, and it's about creative entrepreneurship. You can see us lecturing it off in Barcelona.
And if you for some reason are going to Mexico, we will be there too.
Yes. And
The tour schedule will be on the new website.
So in 1 week, basically,
Yep.
if we have patience.
And this film that we're going to show you now, we have actually only shown a couple of people, because when you start working together with Snask, this is what you will receive. It's our little gift to the companies that choose us. And
To show our appreciation that we won the project.
and the inspiration. We want to inspire them, and we want to like...
Their money is going to our parties. basically.
Yes, so
Something
we
like
can
that.
become successful and filthy rich.
Yeah, and this an anecdote as well, because we only had one chance to do this, because it gets really messy, and it's not shot in the evening, it's shot in the morning, and we only had one shot, so the only thing that weren't allowed to happen was that a glass fell on the floor and scattered, because we wouldn't be able to retake it.
Thank you.
So, thank you. So now I think it's...
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Do you have any questions?
Marek does, this guy has.
How did you find each other?
How we found each other? You mean love or? Basically, well, we found ourselves in England, Manchester, and I almost peed my pants in the bus to the new school. I was gonna miss to pee his pants, and Magnus was on the same bus. But after like a few hours, we got hold of the bus and we met in the toilet, and that's basically how we met the first time.
I felt a bit like Forrest Gump does when he's on the bus, hooking up with this nice bloke Bubba, because Freddie was sitting there all by himself, and I asked him, Frederik, or like, hey stranger, is it okay if I sit here? And you said yeah.
So if I'm Bubba, that means you're Mr. Gump.
Yeah,
all right.
But I can run faster than you. I'm like Usain Bolt.
Right.
Okay, any more? Come on up.
Yes?
How many people are working with you?
We're 8 people at the moment, but we're growing, and I don't know, maybe be 10 in the end of the year.
Is it all boys?
Yes, at the moment it's only boys, but the people we're gonna recruit will only be girls, because we can't stand the strange. Sometimes we get into a strange mood with only men, and it's not good. So it's.
Yeah, and we're expanding in many different ways. We have our office at Fridagatan 38, and now we're taking we're landing like the office above us.
Yes, yes.
So we're looking for like new people to collaborate with, and if new interesting companies are planning on like moving, feel free.
Yeah, we're gonna rent out some space in our old cinema above us, so it's gonna look really cool. So if you wanna, it's gonna be really fucking expensive, but it's gonna be very good. Anyone else? We know the Swedish people won't ask, but any international wants to ask a question? No? Yes?
What were some of the first projects you guys worked on together?
The first project? I think it was for a recruitment firm.
Yes, a company called Captica, and the funny thing about it was that we were doing this project while at university, and unexperienced young kids as we were, we had no idea about like pricing. And we said to ourselves, oh, they need a new visual identity website, basically the whole kit. And me and Frederik had no job. We were on CSN, like funded by the Swedish government, so that we can do, Swedish people understand.
Yeah, so we got like, we said like, oh, how much money are we gonna get now? How much money do we want to spend? We're like,
yeah, how much money do we need to like cover our expenses during the summer, basically?
So for a whole graphic identity with homepage and everything, we said 20,000.
Yeah, and I was so happy when we decided
really
for that
happy.
sum, like amazing.
And then when we decided on that sum, we were like, that doesn't mean anything to us, so why not say 40,000?
Yeah.
So we wrote 40,000 instead of 20,000, and they wrote back, they're like, who the fuck do you think you are? What are you doing? And we're like, what? And they're like, no, I'm just kidding. The money coming in on Monday. Because it was nothing to them. And that was our first project, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. So that tasted sweet. Any more questions, Steven?
No.
No.
From that first project to the like real thing that twist the wheel to get these big customers,
Yeah.
what do you say? What would you say was like the thing you did to all big companies look at your company like, yeah, this guy's the real deal?
I think what drove us from that project and onwards was basically ambition. That we dared to, well, let's start up, because everyone told us like, no, you have to have loads of years in the industry
within the
before.
industry.
Yeah, but we didn't really care, and then we just started it up with the ambition to become really good, and that's basically what drove us to our first big
We have had
project.
like a clear plan from the start. We sat down when we started Snask with my mother pestering me in my head, and that we want to work with like the top cultural institutions in Sweden, and we want to do festivals, and we want to do all these kind of, I guess all students wants to work within this field.
But we realized that there's no money in it, but
Yeah.
we still do it.
But we also work with other clients. But I mean, the client that actually like was the tipping point, I guess. Well, I guess that we must say that it was the Malmö Festival.
Yeah.
So that kind of changed things around for Snask.
What do you think they saw on you?
They saw a crazy three crazy people who would probably work harder than any other agency because we had to.
Yeah, we were underdogs, so we...
And one thing that we do is we don't like to sit in front of the computer too much, so we basically make a really ugly sketch in the computer and we go to the client and we're like, look at this ugly picture, it's not going to look at this at all. Do you approve? And they're like, okay, and then we go home and then we take it out in reality and we build it up by hand, all the graphic like you've seen in here. So I think they liked what they saw in the ugly picture first. And it became good, as always. Yep.
Did that answer your question?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Well, it's good.
Sorry, next one.
Have you ever got upset with each other, really upset with each other?
Yes, well,
Yeah, we
basically
fight
we
all the
were
time.
basically three people starting the company, and the third guy, Petter, who's still a friend of ours, was one of
I've
the three.
smacked Frederik in the face once.
He did.
So...
I didn't smack him back,
No.
but no, but of course there's compatibilities or conflicts within a company, but we usually try and solve them really fast and not be too grumpy about it. So
Yeah. I guess that's like one of the absolute most important things. Yeah.
What's your biggest enemy?
biggest enemy, which I said we would get this question, didn't I?
Yeah. No, but I mean, I guess we have positioned ourselves as far away from being like a full service agency. We think that the whole concept is shit, and that the new world craves something different.
Yeah, I don't know if we have. Maybe we're looking for an enemy. We're trying to get enemies. The most important thing is we're not afraid of getting enemies. For example, if you go into low Brintfors, everyone here go home and go into low Brintfors, because their new homepage looks like something from the 90s. And why? It's because they are global now. So if you go into that homepage, it looks like shit. But they're nice people, and we work for them sometimes. But still, the new homepage I think look really awful. Great.
Okay.
No more questions. Mr. Rabbit? All right. Well, what fun. Where's the music? We had a goodbye song. Well, it basically
Anyway,
was...
it's been great being here, and have a great weekend. There's champagne down in the bar.
It's on Skalnik pace, just take whatever you want. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.